morning, everybody. Today we are in session number 4 of week 11 in literacy. We are studying actions, verbs, simple present. And today we are going to do the reading time part 2. You need to open your literacy book on page 154. And you will find this text. As we did yesterday or the day before, we are going to do the 3 different steps we usually do with reading. Step number 1, you listen to your teacher reading the story. You can follow with your finger if you want in your book. Step number 2, you have to read it in silence in your mind and underline the words that you don't understand for later to look them up in the dictionary online, or if you have one at home, you can look it up there. And then you have to read it out, okay? As the teacher does in step number 1, but you do it yourself in number 3. Good. It says that after doing the reading activity, we have here some different exercises. That is 2 and 3, okay? In exercise number 2, you have questions about the story that you have here up, and you have to answer. Remember to answer with complete sentences, okay? Subject, verb, complements. And then in exercise 3, you have to underline the verbs that refer to Peter's action. Okay, we are going to see the example in the text. Remembers. The next one would be, again, remembers. Decides, okay, wants. So you have to underline them. Let's see also an example of question 1 here. What does Peter decide to do? And let's find here. Peter decides he wants to trick them all again. Okay, so you can write that. Remember, subject, Peter. Verb, decides. And then complements, he wants to trick them all again. Okay, we are going to do the reading activity, and now open your eyes and your ears because you are going to listen. Here we go. After another week in the fields looking after sheep and feeling extremely bored, Peter remembers his funny joke. He remembers how exciting it was to run into town and then watch all the villagers come running. Peter decides he wants to trick them all again. So he runs into the village shouting, "Wolf! Help! Wolf!" The villagers run out of their houses and look at Peter. He shouts, "Wolf! There is a big wolf! Please come and help!" So the people run up the mountain again, only to find the sheep are all fine, eating grass, and there isn't a wolf. Peter laughs and laughs. He can't believe how funny they all look. The villagers are very angry with Peter for wasting their time. "What a funny joke!" Peter shouts as he falls on the floor laughing so hard. A few days later, Peter is falling asleep because he is so bored, when suddenly the sheep all start making a noise and running around the field. Peter opens his eyes and sees 3 huge wolves at the side of the field. He runs as fast as he can into the village and shouts, "Wolf! Help, please! There are 3 wolves!" The villagers come out of their houses and say, "Oh, Peter, this is another one of your silly jokes again. It isn't funny." Peter shouts and starts to cry, "No, please, really, there are 3 wolves." The villagers turn away and go back into their houses. Peter continues to shout and cry, but nobody comes out. They don't believe him. Peter goes back up to the field in the mountain, but there are no sheep left. Okay, now you need to read it by yourself and then you read it out. I forgot to tell you that here we need to write in We Are Learning To, Reading Time Part 2. Okay? You can write it before you start doing the reading and before you start doing the exercises. To finish, we are going to review present simple with this link that is like a rap. Okay, so music. You remember that you have to copy, you have to copy and paste here. This is the rap, and you have different verbs. You have the first person in singular, I, and the third person in singular, because this is special, is different. This is why she decided to use she. And then positive and negative. Okay, here you are not going to practice the question, but you practice positive and negative. If you want, I can show you a bit. Okay, the point is that you repeat what they say because it's quite catchy. Okay, bye bye, see you next week.